Hi guys, welcome to Let's Go Fishing. Loki here. We are doing Costa Dam today. We've been here a couple of times doing Let's Go Fishings, but mostly winter shoots. This is our first official summer shoot at Costa, so hopefully we're going to teach you something about summer fishing in Costa. There's some nice fish coming out, some big carp coming out. We're just on the edge of the spawning season, so hopefully we're going to catch a couple of big fish. There's some bass in the water as well. We're definitely going to throw a rod for them as well. But all in all, just today we're just going to do like a bank angling session. Some papgooi, as they say in Afrikaans. Come and join me for the program. Let me show you what we do when we catch them at Costa and enjoy it with us. As of late, I've been fishing with the garlic hard floats all over the country. And man, oh man, it's just one of those floats. Everything that you give to this float, it gives it back to you. It is by far my most favorite float now. I love the soft white garlic float, the SWG float, but this float currently is out fishing that one. So I've got a unique way of fishing it. For some guys it won't be unique, but I fish it without any dough, just the garlic float like that, the hard garlic float. So I hook it so that most of the hook sits on the outside of it, and then I just press it like that into the mealy bomb. Just two garlic floats. It's flavored very, very strongly. I use a very expensive oil, garlic oil, to flavor it, and the flavor just sticks to it and just oozes out as it goes into the water. The advantage of a soft float is it's more buoyant and it will keep your hook up straight a lot longer than a soft float. Let me get some muti on here. Garlic with garlic, some turbo garlic. Gonna put some of that on, just like that, not too much. Early mornings, we've got a saying that less is more, and then with this I'm just going to put some Kiana, just a little drop of Kiana, just like that. That's what you need to catch a big fish in Costa with, and I'll just do that with the Kiana. It's gonna go straight in, and let's see how long it takes before we catch one. Okay, let's go. My right hand rod is in, waiting for a fish, biting up the left hand rod. One of our new products, the stick bait out of the signature series. Now here in Costa, the Raptor stick bait is one of the prolific stick baits. So what is a stick bait? A stick bait is a little stick like that, and it's actually the same as a soft oozing float. So I just cut it on the edge of the container. That's my little piece that I'm going to put onto the hook now, and it's actually buoyant as well. So I'm just going to stick this, hook it onto the bottom hook, also a skin hook, so that most of the stick bait sits on the outside of the hook, and then I'll push that back into the bomb just like that. Here at Costa, it works very well when you do that. Whenever you battle, just bring the hook baits closer to the mealy bomb, you're gonna catch more fish. On the top hook, I'm going to put a DKW float. So what is DKW? DKW, in Afrikaans we say you got a pair of DKW skoene, shoes, and that means you can use it for dans, kerk en werk. You use it for dancing, you go to church with them, and you can go to work with them. It's that all-purpose pair of shoes. So this float you can literally take anywhere in the country. It's a honey float, spicy honey float. It is just one of those products that just keeps on producing fish after fish after fish, and there isn't a venue where I don't fish it. It's really a good float. If you're looking for a extreme honey float, use the DKW float. It's also a bit more buoyant than the other soft floats that we make. I'm just going to put some old Costa favorites on this. Almond Supreme, the original Almond Supreme. Still available in the Signature series. It's in a spray, so I'm just going to spray a small bit of it onto the bomb like that, and with that I'm going to do some Raptor, the yellow Raptor, for a little bit of flora. So I'm just going to put that next to the almond and just smudge it like that. That is how it's going to go in. A nice color difference. Sometimes this time of the year you just need a bit of color difference to attract the attention. Let's hope it works. My left hand rod is ready to go out, but I've got a problem. My phone's ringing, but that's not the problem. When I casted this rod, it went a bit more left than I wanted it to go. So I've got a mark on the other side of the dam. There's a line of trees. I wanted to cast this on the left hand side of that trees. It fell a bit to the left of that. So I'm going to cast this rod into the middle of the tree line. So it's important to have a mark at the other side of the dam so that you can at least cast in the same direction every time. To manipulate your distance is easy. You can either line clip or mark your line, but once you get them going, and especially in a place like Koster, if you can continuously cast in the same direction, you will get feed into an area and you will start getting the fish more frequently through the day. Let me get this one out. That one has moved on now. So I'm going to show you my system of how I know what is on what rod, because sometimes it can get a bit confusing to know which rod got the bite now. And it has happened to me that I end up with two rods with the same bait, something I don't like, and then it takes longer for me to catch fish, because sometimes I will fish with the one rod for bigger fish and the other rod for smaller fish. So sometimes we end up using the bait that takes a bit longer, that only catches big fish, and I don't catch as many as I want to. Well, let me get this one out and we'll show you a bit later. While we're waiting for the carp to bite, we're throwing a couple of lures for bass. Caught this on a spinnerbait. 3.5 kilo fish. What a fish. And that's one of the things for Costa Dam. They are here all year round, and it's a pleasure to catch them. I'm going to release this fish and see if I can catch another one. I see my one policeman has some action on it. Let me put this fish back. Boy! We've got a back bite on our left hand rod. That's a turbo garlic, and the garlic rod floats. Fish on. It didn't take too long, about 20 minutes. I've lost one off camera. Caught a nice bass off camera. There's some really nice fish in this dam. One of the questions that was sent into our Let's Go Fishing channel is, how do I organize my fishing box? So to organize the fishing box is really easy. My dips is alphabetical, starting in the front row from left to right, and then coming back left again, and so it goes on and on. I don't even have a list for what's in my box, but it's a good idea to make a list to know what is in your box. And then another thing that I'm doing, the dips, I've got a working space in my box, so the dips that I use on the left hand rod will be left, and then the ones on the right hand rod will be on the right. This fish is just here. Let's go get it. Oh, not a big one, but a start. Ooh. Not a big fish, but beautiful colors. Typically Koster carp, orange tails, white bodies. Almost a kilo, and they are also getting ready for the spawn. I might do a dip change. I've got a new dip out, Rampage, which is a musk. That musk contains pheromones, and I just remembered this is the time of the year to throw that. So I'm going to do that with the turbo garlic, because that's also a very good combination. Let's get this one back and catch another one. Before I bite up, let me quickly show you my box. I just told you about my working space. So in my box, my working space works like this. I've got two compartments that's normally open, but when I fish on this side, I've got the turbo garlic, the garlic hard float, and then Kiana. I'm going to take the Kiana off now, exchange that for another musk, the Rampage. So the Rampage is the musk that contains the pheromones, and being the spawning season, that's the better musk to use. It doesn't mean that the Kiana doesn't work. It surely does. This is the turbo garlic. Put that on, and then Rampage. You can also use the fatikaki. There is still fatikaki available. Unfortunately, the fatikaki is going to go off the market very soon. There's one of the components that we can't get anymore, but the Rampage is going to replace that. So the garlic hard floats, it's just going to go onto the hook like that, and I'll press it back into the bomb like that, and then another one. Just two hard floats. It's something I never didn't believe that it works, but if the guys in tournaments keep on catching it only using the hard floats, you have to adapt to it, and that's a lucky thing about fishing. You're never too old to learn. I do put a little piece of white dough on the shaft, and the reason for that is if the bomb hits the water and the top one maybe comes loose, I don't want it to end up too far away from all the flavor and away from the main attraction, which is the mealy bomb. So that will keep it quite close. Let's get it out, see if we can catch another one. I'm fishing deep because I want to try and catch bigger fish, but Koster is one of those places. If you line clip any distance from 65 onwards, 65, 85, 90 meters, you'll always catch fish. Just stick on that spot, you will catch fish. Eventually they will come in. I'm fishing deep because I'm trying to catch a bit bigger size carp, especially for the show. People just like to see bigger fish. So when you come to Koster, don't fish don't think that you won't be able to catch fish because you can't throw that deep. Just line clip or hit the same spot every time and you will catch fish. While I was busy with that first fish, the second one pulled tight and then dropped into the water. Let me just see if there's a fish on here. Yeah, boy, it's on. It laid still for about 5 minutes. Doesn't feel like a big one. Big or small, we catch them all. I've got a couple of combinations that I catch bigger fish with, and one of the most famous ones that basically everybody uses all over the country is Kiana and paint. So I think next cast, 2 hard Kiana floats, Kiana paint on this one to see if I can catch a bigger one. It's not about catching fish for me today, it's about catching a bigger one. Yo, small little fish. Come, copy. Small little fish, let's get him back straight away. That's the problem with the raptor and that DKW float. Always catches you a fish. So if you want to keep the children happy, put that on for them. Even in shallow water, you're bound to keep them busy with that. There's a way to fish the Kiana paint, actually two ways to fish it. The one way I'm going to show you now, I like to put the paint on before my hook baits go on, and I just like to smudge it a bit like that over the bomb. Then the Kiana, I'll just put that on the side like that and just smudge it a bit like that. Now what I normally do in places like the Costa Dam, I will leave that paint until the color changes, and that's where the name of the dip actually comes from. It looks like paint drying, and that just ensures that it's going to stay on for a bit longer. But yeah, at Koster, I found of late that doesn't work as well. It works, but it takes a bit longer for the fish to come onto the bite when you throw this combination. So just do hard Kiana floats out of the Signature Series range, and I'm going to do exactly the same with them. Another back bite. I don't know what they're doing today, but they surely are lazy. Yes, there we go. Fish on. I just walked a bit to see if I can catch another bass, and I just saw a couple of bigger carp in the shallows swimming 2-2, and that's bad news for the day. It looks like they're gonna spawn pretty soon. Today is the 17th of September, so I think I'm a bit late for the big fish. Maybe in 2 weeks I'll come back, come and catch some bigger fish. But it's fishing at the end of the day. If it was easy every day we went into the water, we would call it catching and not fishing. And that's why we keep on returning, because every time you come to the water it's something different. While I'm playing out this fish, go onto YouTube. If you haven't seen our program, there's a couple of platforms that we operate on. Let's Go Fishing. This is this program. Hit the like and notification button, and every time a new program drops you will be notified via Facebook. And then please tell your friends and family about our program. We don't only catch fish, we also try and teach you something while we're fishing. This fish is just here in front of the grass. Let me go grab it. They are small today. There we go. Nice fat little round carp. Quite heavy for its size. I'm getting it straight back. I want to catch a big one. We are ready to go back out. Same hook bait, same dips. The turbo garlic with the rampage and the 2 garlic floats. Let's get it out. I've got a bite on the Kiana on paint. Hey, not like that. These small fish are all over the place, but I must say, I don't think the hard floats are helping a lot in my quest to catch a bigger fish. Sometimes when you want to catch bigger fish, what you can do is take away the floats, put on a bullet or just a plain white dough. That might work as well. Just get it out of their faces, but be prepared to wait a bit longer. I'm quite pressed for time today, so even though I want to catch a big fish, I'll catch the small ones just to get a couple on camera and hopefully work through them to catch a bigger one. Normally this time of the year, what you also can do is look for shallower water. It does work much better. Normally where there's inlets and a bit of fresh water coming in, that's also going to give you a couple of fish, or just come shallower. But when you come shallower, be prepared to wait. This fish is just here. Let's go get it. I'm trying to wish it bigger. Ah, it's the same size. Come, 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 come. Come, 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 come. Copy, copy, copy. There we go. Small little fish. Man, maybe I must take the floats away. Just do white toes with a bullet backing. Get it in, see if we can catch a bigger one. I'm busy playing around. All the combos that we've thrown so far has caught us fish. So I'm playing to catch a big fish. So what I've done now, I went to 2 bottom baits. That's a piece of white dough with a garlic bullet backing, and the top hook is just a piece of white dough. I'm going to do Bass Plus on the bomb. So Bass Plus is a very strong garlic TCP dip. Lots and lots of flora. And then with the Bass Plus, I'm going to do a bit of Spitfire, which is our clove dip. Just shake the Spitfire very well before you apply it. It's something that I would normally not throw together, but desperate times, desperate measures, I want to catch a big one. So 2 very strong flavors together, bottom bait. It's going to lie for a bit, but I'm hoping to catch a big one. The small ones are plaguing us. I'm trying to chase them. Other people would catch them. Let's see if I can succeed in chasing them and maybe catch a big one. Let's get it in. When you get a back bite, just wind until you feel the tension on the rod and just lift the rod. But be ready, because sometimes when they feel the tension, they want to go that way. And if you're not ready, man, oh man, then you might just lose a hook link or your total line. We've been catching a lot of fish off camera, lots of small fish. I think it's time to pack it up. I'm going to end this program with this fish. Thanks for watching our show. Unfortunately, we could not unlock it today. But that's fishing for you. We're only human. We don't create a feeding spot 2 days before we go fishing. We rock up just like you rock up. We chose a spot today. Caught one nice bass though. But imagine a day when you go pop gooiing and your bass is bigger than your carp. Well, that happened to us today. Thanks for having us. Remember to tell your friends and family about our channel. It doesn't cost anything to like the channel, to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and then until next time, we'll see you again. This fishy is here. Let me go get it. Hey, a ghosty, small little ghost carp. Come, 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 come. Oh, okay, bye. Bye. Got it. Oh, that will make the show. I want to show you something when I put this fish back. On its, on the back, on the dorsal fin, it shines. Almost looks like a koi. I'm going to release it. Let me put it back. Let's hope he behaves now and swim away slowly. So you can just see the little bit of shine on his back. I think I've had it with these small carp now. I did bring a bass rod, so I'm going to catch some bass. Let's go bass fishing.